goals. I think most people's goals, if I want to put it in broad headings, one of the major goals would be to increase revenue or to increase income.
Okay.
This year, unfortunately, this year is when it looks as if you can't increase income. Okay.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. I chatted somebody up today. I called him, hey, big bros. I've not heard from you for a long time. It's a senior colleague. And he said, sorry that his eyes are red in balance, meaning, things are tough. Funny enough, normally I should agree, say, yes, you know how the country is, But I said, no, clear the eyes. Oh, don't let these guys give you hypertension. I said that without thinking about it. And it occurred to me later that what gives me that confidence to say that? I guess it's because I know I'm onto something. And I know that maybe I'm not at the mercy. I'm not at the mercy of the system. I'm supposed to be on top of the system. So, what would be the next step you'd advise for someone who says, hey, I've come to that realization, I want to make some financial progress? I know it's a wide area also, because just about, so many topics we can go into. And of course, some of which I can also expatiate and help people on. But practically making money in the simplest forms, So I'm not talking about making $10,000 a day. No, I'm not saying that. But even to start from making $100 within 2 weeks, what would you suggest? I'm not asking you to tell us what business to do. I know that's not that you wouldn't want to do right away, because everybody has something that fits them. But how can I guide myself to begin to own down on 2-3 things that will be viable to start with, and let's say looking forward to making like $100 a week to start with?
Okay.
How can I look at those things that are my skills? How can I take them simply? I know some skills can be scaled higher later, but just to start them simply in the dearest form, in their most raw form, but I can convert them. Because I realized that for me personally, it's not just the allure of a large profit that attracts me. Sometimes I prefer the believable, the more practical, the more achievable small gain first, but especially when I can control it. Let me explain what I mean. Like making investments, growing business, I discovered today that I might rather prefer to start a business very small, but that does not need me watching over it. Even though the profit may be small at first, I might rather invest my time into that than trying to start a business that is physical to add to my other physical business. That would need me now splitting my time 4 hours here, 4 hours there. At this age and at my knowledge base, I'd rather start 5 businesses that don't need me to do much on them. Even though they may be smaller profit, I realize that they can be scaled. That way, I can still have my time to invest in myself and invest in other things. Rather than me to say, for example, open a shop where I close from work, I have to go there to check the books. I have to go there to be sure they're not pilfering. I have to go there to check the CCTV, how many customers came. I have to be there that, you are checking stocks. And I'm not saying that's a bad business to start if you're not doing any other thing. But at my level, I would rather deal with an online business where things happen. Maybe I just check it 1 hour a day, 4 hours a week, and I can know what's going on. I'd rather do 10 of that than the prospect of saying, if you open this shop and you can sell the physical goods, some physical goods, you will make or offer a particular service. You will make so, but I have to be there. The day I'm not there, you can't make any money. Running a business has taught me that, because I thought starting my business was the freedom I was looking for. Until I realized that self-employed is just slightly better than being a job holder, a worker, a staff for another company. Just slightly better. So I know that owning businesses or buying businesses is the ultimate when you are an investor. And between the investor and self-employed, I believe there is the entrepreneur. I want to go into that.
Okay.
So I'm not asking for one out of the world whacked amount of profit immediately, but the simple one that process alone can ensure that I can repeat it. And why I'm asking this is this: I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends and colleagues, who, if I show an example, one, that this thing will not take more than maybe 2 hours of your time a day, or you can make, for example, $50. No, let me even say $10. But if you just do A, B, C and leave it, you're going to make $10 a day. Even if I promise, $100 a week, that if I show them that just that single one, there is a level of confidence they would have, one, in themselves, two, in me, and whatever I have to see after that. So even if it's small, but I can show that as a practical example, say, hey, do this system with me. They can try it, and they can actually become my own testimonials too, while I search more and encourage people to remove. I came across something, and I found out the person teaching that was teaching in 2016. And in 2016, they were talking about online businesses that would be better to run that year. And I was like, where was I in 2016 when people were worried about which online business would move? And at 2023, some people are still worried about it too, but some people have sorted it out in 2016.
True.
So where was I in 2016? But it doesn't matter. I'm here now, right? I'm not going to let go of it now, so that in 2030, I will not still be wondering where I was. Now that I know that boundaries can be overcome, and there's always a way to overcome it. I've started working on. I know some businesses need you to, open an account in a country where it's more applicable to the business, but you can order your material from the end of the world, so to say. But you want to register in some certain countries. Some countries are not really fanciable for the companies to register, so they have to use an address somewhere. I also know there are solutions coming up. Some people are giving mobile addresses for you to buy things on Amazon in the US and they ship to you. So it's showing me that there are some, solutions coming up. And also, like you always say, collaborations to actually solve some of these things. A trusted person can register my business, online business, with their address. Even as far as open an account, you could use somebody else's account if you can trust them that much, and create a system where you get paid quickly and transfer and give the person a little share, whatever. Collaborations can solve those problems. So it means I can create that system once I start one. So how would you advise me? Where can I start from now? The next step, after knowing that, yes, there are programs that there are products that I can create quickly and sell easily, but where would I sell? Which one should I go for first? What should I do next? And I'm asking this for me and my whole cohort of friends that I know will benefit from it.
All right. So you mentioned a few things. I'm going to piggyback off that, and I'll also speak as someone that I have a bit of an idea about you. First of all, you see, when we ask this kind of question, I think the first place that our mind goes to is, I know he's going to tell me one thing I've not seen. Hey, okay, I'm listening. What's one thing, that he's going to give it, he's going to tell me now, and he's just going to explode me. Okay, so whatever you ask now, you are doing some of them already. So I put something in the chat. I said, you need to list the skills and list what you can do with those skills. And then do that sorting out thing. Go through them and say, okay, I've listed all my skills here. I can dance, I can write, I can smoke, I can toast, I can write, I can read, I can package, I can organize, I can present, I can plan. Write all of them down. And then now ask yourself, so what can I do with a skill like this? If I can plan, I could plan people's events, I could plan people's life, I could plan people's retirement, I can plan, plan. What can I do with that? And then you list them. Once you have done that, you have taken them from the skills to what you can do. You look at, okay, these are the things that I can do. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, so which one would I move as my top 3? Now, the digital world is where everything is going to. It's the only place that I know that you can do one thing and it will keep paying you. It's the only thing that I know. Now, it's interesting that you talked about invest collaboration. Let me just clear a bit of air in that area. Most times, I said this to sometimes, I think I was saying this to Coach Tosin, and I was saying to her, I said, sometimes we don't make our business juicy enough for others to want to invest in it. We've built it around ourselves. I don't want everybody to know what I'm doing. So people are not interested in it. Only you. Let me say something I just heard Coach Baby say now. He's saying that if I showed him something he could invest in that won't take his time, he will consider it. I'm not saying he will take it, but he will consider it. That's what he's saying now. If you show me something that I could invest in and it wouldn't take my time, and I'm sure that you can always give me what I call updates. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. I don't need to be calling you, hey, how did you say today? Did you move the thing? I don't need to do that. You have a system where every week you will get updates of what's happening, where we are, what's happening, what we're projecting. So you're really like a report. That's not what we do. I don't really report. Okay, this looks good. This looks wonderful. That's one way. So my first advice for the rest of you, apart from who is looking, you were saying last time that who is going to invest in my business? I don't have anybody. There are people that will invest in your business. I know people that I can call and say, there's a venture that I'm looking at. This is the lowdown. Look at this number, see if they add up. Look at this strategy, see if it works out with you. And if it does, let's work together. Now, digital area is very easy to do. What do you already have that you are doing when it comes to the digital world? I know you have a book. Get that book out. Don't write another book. Just get that one out. Don't try to write another book. You write another book. Relax. Get that one out. Push that one out, because when you push that one out, it's, when you have a clogged artery, rather than once you push that thing out, it just gushes out. Push that one out. If all you do in the next 2 weeks, 14 days, is to get that book out, work on that. Once you get that book out, you already have. Once you get that book out, I'll show you how to convert that book into a course, into a program. So a live program like this, whether live or recorded, I'll show you how to take that one book and convert it into a course, into a program, into a weekend retreat, whatever. I will show you how to position that one book in so many areas. And you don't need to re-engineer it. You just need to take it, tweak a bit, and put it like this, and it will get you results. So get your book out is the only thing I will say to you, because I know you personally. Don't go and start to reinvent the wheel. I've been looking at this thing I want to do. I've been talking about this. It's the only thing that you will do, that you'll be able to tell your friends around you. I wrote this book in 3 days or 1 week. You said, well, how come you didn't come at this time? It can take you a longer time to launch it because you're looking for proper time, you're looking for a lot of things. But how much is it to get that thing together? You can do that. And then you can also look at other things that can help you, like templates. I told Coach Toe one time to design a template that new business people can use, just plug and play. But it's been a bit challenging because, we are always complex. So we're looking at things from a complex point. Listen, anything you can simplify for other people, they will pay you for it. And something you said, if I can get $1 from 300 people every week. That's $300. But I don't have to do the work again. You know, I asked you 2 days ago, if you stop doing what you're doing, will you still be paid? And many people said no. I said, okay, so what are you doing about it? This is what you're looking at. I know we all want to own our businesses. We want to be the CEO and the COO and the chairman or chairwoman and the president and the presido is good. But if you had 10 other businesses that you're not running personally, you're investing in, you'll have more time to do everything else you want to do. Make sense? So look at the digital world, number one, and then look at what you're doing now. It's already part. If you've been with us for a while, you already have something that you're doing. Look at that. For those of you who are two of you already, okay, Joe was about to write book, never got around to it. Koto, kudos to you. But push your book out, get your book out. Don't try to add anything to it. You'll just throw yourself off. It's happened to me. You'll just have more that you can chew, and then you'll now be looking at perfection. Hey, I'm going to perfect it. Get your book out.